I hope you guys enjoy that little video unboxing montage of the Xbox Series S. I've had my Xbox Series S for about 2 weeks now, and I've been playing a few games on it, mainly racing games because that's what I'm into. However, I want to talk about the console and a few good things about it and a few bad things about it that I've noticed since I've had it. So the biggest selling point to the Xbox Series S would be Game Pass. So if you have this console with Game Pass, automatically you unlock a huge library of games that you can download and play right away. But that comes at a big drawback that this console has. It has a very big limitation, and that's on the storage end of this console. So the device comes with 500 gigabytes of storage, but out of the 500 gigabytes, only 364 gigabytes is usable storage. Now I have about 15 games installed on the console because I have some smaller titles, some that takes up like about maybe 2 or 3 gigs. And then I have like Forza Horizon 5, which in itself is already 100 gigs, and Forza Horizon 4, which is like 66 gigabytes. So with those 2 games alone, I already have taken up over 160 or over 170 gigabytes on the console. So I am limited as to what I can install on the Xbox Series S. Nonetheless, it is still a very, very good console. The performance is pretty sweet for what you're paying for. For me, I went in buying this console thinking of it as a 1080p 60 FPS console, and that is what I've been getting on most games. 1080p 60 FPS. I don't really play the games at 1440p, nor do I look to push a console to 4K because I don't have a 4K TV. I'm still playing on a 1080p TV, and my 1080p TV does 60 FPS. So that is what I wanted from my console, 1080p 60 FPS. However, what I can say is that even though most games are running at 1080p and 60 FPS, you're still getting all the amazing texture effects, the crazy level of detail that you would get from the Series X and the PlayStation 5. It's just at a lower resolution. So for example, Forza Horizon 5, I've been playing a good amount of that, and it looks amazing even at 1080p. So there are 2 graphic settings for that game. You have the performance mode and the quality mode. I'm playing in performance mode where I'm getting that 1080p 60 FPS. When playing racing games, 60 FPS is more important to me than the resolution. So I don't think I need 1440p. I don't think I need 4K to enjoy the game. Once I have that smooth 60 FPS frame rate, then I should be good. Now back to the storage side of this console. If you're picking up a Series S, I would totally recommend that you pick up some additional storage, whether it's the 1TB Seagate expansion card. If you have enough money to float that way and pick that up, I would definitely recommend it because you'll be able to install more games that are optimized for the Series S. If you can't afford the Seagate expansion card, you can opt for a 1 or 2 terabyte external hard drive. With this, you can store your games on this hard drive and play your Xbox One and Xbox 360 games from your USB 3.0 or faster external hard drive. You can't play Series S optimized games on your external hard drive. However, you can store them there and transfer them to the console's internal storage whenever you need to play them. So I think that's amazing. Most of the games that I want to play are from like the Xbox One generation and the Xbox 360. I want to go back and play a lot of older games that I missed out on, because personally for me, my first console was the Xbox 360, so I missed out on the Xbox One and PS4 generation. I sold my Xbox 360. Right now I have a PlayStation 3 and the Xbox Series S. So those are my 2 consoles. So I'll be playing like my PS3 games for now until I can get a PlayStation 5, which is very hard to get, and I don't think I want to spend above retail for a PS5. So whenever I can get it for that $4.99 price or that $3.99 price, whichever edition I get, then I'll opt for one. However, back to the Series S. The console is very quiet. Where I live, I'm in Jamaica, and it's very hot, and this thing is inaudible. I didn't hear the fan not one bit. It's super silent, and gameplay on this is very smooth. All the heat gets pushed through that top vent. You can feel the heat rising out of the console if you put your hand over it. However, the fan is super quiet, and I do appreciate that. Performance has been pretty good. However, there were a few updates that I had to install when I just got the console to get it up to speed. A few firmware updates for the controller, for the console itself. I tested remote play and it works amazingly. There hasn't been any lag with remote play. However, Game Pass cloud streaming has been a different experience for me. I wasn't able to test it fully because I'm in Jamaica. So I tried using a VPN and testing it out, but it wasn't the best experience. However, for customers who are in the US, Europe, and Japan, you'll be able to take advantage of game streaming through Xbox Game Pass. And I'd say for me, a scenario that I've been thinking about is I have the Xbox Series S, and my spouse, she likes a particular game on it. If I'm playing on my Series S, she can still play the games via streaming over the internet, so she could play like on her Android TV or on her phone. So I think game streaming is an advantage to this console as well. You just got to think outside of the box and how you're going to utilize this feature to get the most out of your console. So personally, I've been enjoying the Xbox Series S, and it's a recommended buy from me. So if you're interested, you can pick that up. The controller is a bit small in the hand for me because I have bigger hands, but it's still comfortable and I do enjoy it. So that's going to do it for the video here, guys. Please go ahead and like and subscribe and give that video a thumbs up and share with a friend who likes tech.